Lately, since there are a flurry of truly wireless earphones, Oppo is trying to differentiate themselves by adding ANC and still pricing it competitively. Is it a trick or do they truly have a winner on their hands? Let's find out. So, how does it sound? It has got really rich sound, I would say exceptional for the price, except the bass, as that's the only thing that's not as good as it is on the Oppo Enco W31. But that said, barring bass, everything else is great on the W51. The isolation is great even though ANC is turned off. Speaking of ANC, Oppo promises to cancel out noises up to 65 decibels, and it does work pretty well. There were moments where I couldn't even hear people around me talking, so make of that what you will. It doesn't completely cancel out the noise, but it'll eliminate most of the sounds. It kind of makes the noises muffled. It got me zoned in while watching a TV show, so it'll help you hear certain lower level sounds much easier, enhancing the listening experience. Moving to design, they're very similar to the W31's design, except there is a very subtle difference, and like I always say, they're best in class in terms of design and functionality, with the best noise isolation because they've got great sealing, they've got the best fit. I've worn them for hours and it didn't even cause any irritation. Actually, I didn't even notice they're there, like you don't even feel them most of the time. So you couldn't ask for anything better in terms of design. Moving to the case design, it has got a square box design with rounded edges and it looks really nice. It's glossy but also slippery. And I question their choice here because they went for looks over functionality, and also I'm not a huge fan of this clamshell style design as well. But this time they included a charging indicator outside, so it makes it easier to check the charging level, unlike the W31's case where we have to open the case to check the charging level every single time. Moving to battery department, the W51 has a 25 mAh battery. It lasted 3.5 hours with ANC turned on, and it lasted 4 hours with ANC turned off. Although the battery life is improved, it's a marginal improvement and Oppo could have done better here. Moving to charging times, the case has a 480 mAh battery. The case charges the buds in 45 minutes and the case takes about 1 hour to fully charge. So with charging times, there's a definite improvement. Next, when it comes to gaming, thanks to binaural low latency functionality which helps while gaming and with audio and video synchronization as well, you can game with negligible amount of latency. And in case you're wondering, yes, I did game with ANC turned on, and I was just wondering as to how many people actually need ANC while gaming. Maybe it helps you to zone in and also hear footsteps of your enemy and some of the lower level sounds better, so in that aspect, yes, it does help. Moving to call quality, the caller on the other side is able to hear me better, and obviously the noise cancellation on top of it is a bonus. So the W51 is definitely improved in terms of call quality. Here's a recording straight from the earphone's microphone for some perspective. This is recording on the Oppo Enco W51. How do I sound? And do you notice any background noise? Let me know. Okay, now I've moved into a room where I've turned on my fan, so you should be noticing some noise in the background. So now the ANC is turned off, so I'll try and turn it on. Just give me a moment. Okay, now it is turned on. So do you notice any difference from the previous recording, and how good is the noise cancelling at the moment? Let me know. Okay, now I have moved into my kitchen and there's water running in the background. So now the ANC is still turned on. So how do I sound right now, and how well is the noise being cancelled? And I'll be turning off the ANC and let's see how it sounds. Just give me a moment. Okay, now the ANC is turned off. So yeah, do you notice any difference? Let me know. There are a few issues that I've encountered while using these earphones, which is there are certain controls that are limited to Oppo phones, and firmware updates also cannot be received on non-Oppo phones. So this is a definite downside, especially for people who don't own an Oppo phone. And finally, let's talk pricing. The W51 took the best elements of W31 and improved it even further, and for the price of 5,000 rupees, it is a pretty good deal. Unless you want something even cheaper and with better bass, then go for the W31. I mean, they're so confident in their product, they're offering 12 months of warranty. The only reason I would choose the W31 over W51 is for its bass. Apart from that, the W51 is better in almost every aspect. Actually, I made a video comparing the W31 to the W51. So click here and I'll see you in that video.